Now we're ready.
There
Good time
we
to
go.
actually start the YouTube VOD, right? When we had everything.
The technology has been adapted to, and we've got a game to go to.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you know who it is. We got Rivers going up against King Sean himself. You know him, the Shulk extraordinaire. And I don't even need to introduce Rivers. You've already seen him tonight. You're watching his Twitch stream tonight, so you definitely don't need me to tell you who he is. Pretty much the best Diddy to ever do it.
Yeah, there's a couple good Diddies in attendance here tonight, though we're only seeing the Rivers Diddy as of right now. And, I mean, for good reason. He's been kind of grinding this character to be that neutral monster that Rivers knows he can be, and unfortunately, against Shulk, you do have to play a lot of neutral, since Minato Arts can just change up the game plan at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, for sure, but if there's any character that I feel like can sort of, like, break that mold against one like Shulk, I'm not gonna lie, I honestly feel like Diddy is the kind of character that can genuinely do it. Any character that has, like, a quick, like, sort of burst option in the mid-range, like an item that you can spawn at any time to actually keep a character like Shulk at bay, that's kind of huge, because that forward tilt does not take the stock. Shulk is, oh, it does actually, he's a little too far out. Jump Minato's not even gonna assist there.
Yeah, not without his double jump, unfortunately, so that's gonna be a mighty active forward tilt to resolve the stock, and still maintaining this damage, making sure to follow the abysmal air drift while Shulk is in shield art. Man, it's Rivers picking his spots so well. When you see Buster art, it's almost inclination that you want to go in and you want to find those hits to punish Shulk for one of the most obvious weaknesses of any of these arts. When Buster art is active, Shulk takes just as much damage as you could.
Yeah, you know, by all intents and purposes, Rivers is in the lead, so he's the one who shouldn't really have to approach, but look at him. He is feeling the momentum against this Shulk right now for sure. He's got that lead, and he intends to keep it, my friends. Like I said, you know, having an option in that mid-range like Banana is so good against a character with a big and relatively quick disjoint like Shulk for sure. If you don't have to fight, like, sort of like in the beef, if you would, against a character like him, that in itself is kind of huge, and not every character has like quick burst options from like from that sort of closer mid-range, and Diddy kind of does. So now I feel like it's anything, it's gonna be the Shulk who's got to pick and choose his spots. If Rivers even gives him the chance, man. 3 stocks to 1.
Yeah, as long as he has that banana in hand, it's something that King Sean is going to have to respect. The smash art may be on deck, but this is where monkey flip and things like that, and the stall with the barrels, just perfectly timed to get rid of the art that Echo Sean wants to use, or King Sean, excuse me, wants to use, and forcing him to be in just a rougher spot while that timer is still active. Like Rivers just looking like he's primed up for a potential 2-stock in this game 1.
Especially with the way it's going right now. Now you see him just fishing for these nairs to start this combo, knowing that he's in the Buster Minato, and that combo will definitely be doing a little bit more damage. Rivers fishing for what he needs exactly when he needs it. Not even worrying too much about like shield art either to get out of those combos. The only thing that I'm scared of is Shulk potentially getting out of Diddy Kong up smash with that thing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little unfamiliar with the matchup. I'm not too sure if Shulk can even do that or not. But so far, yeah, it sounds like something that could definitely happen, but this could be the great equalizer right here. Ooh, no, Smash Minato actually going to go away a little bit earlier than I bet King Sean wanted.
Yeah, and you have to take into account those timers. No smash art here, but you do have banana in hand, and taking the banana away from Diddy is probably one of the most important factors in a matchup, assuming your character can use it. But even just leaving it on the other side of the stage can force Rivers into some pretty linear movement that you can catch. I mean, look at all these monkey flips coming out. King Sean just needs to be a little bit more preemptive with some of his swings, and those monkey flips get caught out. But the air dodge...
Ooh. Wow. What a beautifully placed forward air right on the way up out of that jump Minato. Rivers is a player who's definitely known to pick and choose his spots properly. Trust me, I know like a lot of the times when you watch him, it seems like he's just mashing. He's a lot more methodical than he appears for sure. And if those like prior VODs didn't prove it, this one right here definitely should, because he was paying very close attention to whatever Minato art that King Sean was in at any given moment right there, just waiting on deck with the forward air, not realizing that he was in the jump Minato to snipe that recovery up and out. Very good stuff by Rivers.
It's what you have to do now, right, though, right? It's what you have to do against Shulk, though, right? Like, it's not just changing his own attributes, it's changing how you play against him. Like, Shulk in speed art, you've got to respect on the ground since his short hop is so low and his nair is -2. So you have to respect that that burst range that Shulk is suddenly privy to. With Smash Art or with Buster Art, you have to respect the damage, and you can either play into it or play around it. And Smash Art, you just have to avoid. Like this one, just nope, sorry, bye.
Thankfully, he did have the banana there, at least on deck. That was Rivers' banana when he had it placed by the ledge still there. It was sort of acted as a little bit of a shield for sure, as the back air does not take the stock. Good on him to be able to get around that Smash Monado. And Speed Monado, I'm not going to lie, that's the one I'm kind of afraid of. Diddy Kong has, like, very minor set play to him, but he's not a set play character at the least. But, you know, sometimes his best option is to just run away, throw that banana so he can at least get it back in hand, so he'll have that mid-range neutral burst option ready. Shulk, at his leisure, though, can become, as the up smash takes the stock, Shulk at his leisure, though, right here, can become the fastest character in the game. So he can sort of just rush Diddy down and hit him before that banana pull even comes out. If I were King Sean, I would imagine that that's the kind of pick and choose option that I would try to focus on, but I'm not really seeing him utilize that to its full potential quite yet.
Yeah, he kind of, he goes through the arts one by one very quickly, which in some situations like this can be very helpful because you're constantly applying different levels of threat. But because you rotate through them so quickly, you're gonna find yourself in spots like right now where you just don't have any good art available or anything you want to use. So you're letting Diddy return to his element, which is that mid-range neutral that you stretched out so much. Like, it's important for a reason because Diddy is very good at playing just outside of your threat range.
Yeah, it's interesting. You figured, like, in one way, it could be kind of optimal to switch between, like, all those Monado arts at once. Like, give me something broken at every stretch of the way. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, the way the character is designed is that you want to use those in the situations where you need them. And right now, I think it's proving that that's pretty much one of the most optimal ways to play Shulk. Because like you mentioned, he's just switching between Monados willy-nilly as the back air takes the stock right there finally out of the speed Monado. And like you said, it usually just winds up having none when he sort of needs them the most. Now he actually seems to be using them a little bit more optimally, like right there, immediately going to the jump Monado when he was off stage, switching into Buster when he was just playing neutral with Diddy Kong right in the center. Now switching in speed because he recognized that neutral was reset again and he pulled out banana from the other side of the level. I need a way to break that zone, easy peasy, and Shulk can do that. I feel like he's learning a little bit, but he's gonna need to learn a little bit quicker if he wants to take out the best Diddy right now.
Yeah, and there we saw the shield art a little bit too late. Diddy Kong up smash only being 3 hits means you have to react to that almost preemptively. But it looks possible. It definitely looks possible to do.
I would imagine. I mean, we've seen Shulk, you know, like... We've seen Shulk just mash that B button in the right way to get out of all sorts of multi-hit moves. We've seen him do it out of Bowser's up B in the past. And if he can do it out of that, I can only imagine that he can out of Diddy's up smash. Do not quote me on that. I personally, like I said, I haven't seen this matchup before. Believe it or not. So, Shulk, despite, you know, a lot of people considering him to be one of the best characters in this game, he has a relatively high skill ceiling. He is not an easy character to play and is probably one of this game's more technical ones. And as a result, his player base is kind of lacking.
Which is definitely important when you're looking to... Lordy. It's important to account for player base.
Oh, that was so rude looking.
just the simple banana toss. And I know you're not going to try and go to ledge again, because there's a banana there. Why would you do that?
That was the level of monkey slap that can only be replicated by a man who is so confident in his neutral dominance, in his advantage state dominance, I should say. You know, sometimes the best thing to do is not always to chase your opponent where they're going to be. If you know where they're going to be, sometimes it's good to just stand there and just pick and choose your options out of that. And Rivers just thinks ahead. He's got that foresight, man. He's like, honest to God, he's like, I know he just played a Shulk, but he's the one with vision. He's the one who's got the vision because he recognized where his opponent was going to go and just waited, you know, why move? I know he's going to be here. I'll just wait for the slap.